Listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Well, hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I want to welcome you guys to another great Monday at UStyle Magazine Live Radio. I'm your host, Bridget Davis. So glad to be here to help you guys get your week started. I have two amazing guests that'll be joining me tonight. So I'm glad to have you all watching. I just want to thank you again for tuning in each and every week, sharing this journey with me. I'm having a ball. I hope you guys are enjoying the guests that I am bringing every week because we're having a ball showing you guys and giving you guys an amazing show. I want you all to remember it's going to be a quick intro because I'm trying to get both of my guests in tonight. And I want to give everyone time to get out everything that they have to say. I got a lot of questions for my guests tonight, so I want to make sure that I get everything in without rushing the show. So one thing I do want to tell everyone, please remember all the business owners, brand builders, we have spaces available for advertising sponsorship for both UStyle Magazine as well as UStyle Magazine Live Radio Show. I also want to let you guys know that we are taking submissions as well for UStyle Magazine Hot 100 People, Places, and Things, which is a publication that will be coming out soon. So it's going to be really, really awesome to be able to acknowledge and recognize 100 of the hottest people, places, and things in the Washington, D.C. area. So you guys look out for that. That's going to be awesome. So please send all of your inquiries to UStyleMagazineLive@gmail.com. They will come directly to me, and we will get the ball rolling on that. I also want to make sure that you guys are staying connected to our social media outlets as well. Facebook, we are at UStyleMag.com. On Twitter, we are at UStyle Magazine. Instagram, UStyle Magazine. And please make sure that you guys are subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is UStyle Magazine. So please make sure that you're staying connected with us. We got some good things. We'll be posting some more great shows coming up, some more great guests coming up. And we are spending a lot of time as well trying to get out and about in the community. So please remember that if you have an event that you want to have covered, I am your girl. So we're going to take a quick break. And that's all I have for tonight as far as my introduction, because like I said, I have some great guests and I want to get everybody on. So I want you guys to make sure that you stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back as I will be welcoming my guest, Rodney Foster, who is the CEO and founder of Edel House Wine, as well as Mr. Vernon Williams. He is the playwright, director, and producer for all things stage plays. So it's gonna be awesome. So you guys don't go anywhere, stay right there, and we will be right back.
Listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio. vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio. 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 Listen vision.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back. As you can see, I am joined by with one of two of my magnificent guests tonight for this evening. Please welcome CEO and founder of Edel House Wine, Mr. Rodney Foster.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
thank you
nice
for
to
that.
meet you. But I forgot we've
I
been
know.
knowing each other for a while now.
We've been here before, right?
How you doing?
I am doing great.
That's
How are
good.
you?
I'm good. I see you doing big things.
Oh, no, you are doing big things.
Well, I'm following your footsteps.
No. If I'm not mistaken, I think you're the one that gave me some business advice a few months ago.
Well, we all got to share that
Yes.
advice with each other,
Yes.
and motivate each other, keep each other positive and
Yes.
keep going.
Yes,
It's
yes.
real out here,
Yes.
So we just got to motivate each other.
You help you. I have to say, I'll never forget what you told me. You told me.
We'll keep that
Yes.
between us.
Exactly. Pay attention and
Yeah.
be careful. And yes, and I'll never forget that. So thank you. Thank you.
Anytime you ask me to do something with you,
I
we
know
just
you're
have that
always right there.
connection.
I know you're
You know,
always right
so-
there. So I'm so grateful for that. Thank you
for having
Thank
me.
you. So please introduce yourself to the audience that don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure there's very, very few, but just in case.
I'm Rodney E. Foster. I'm the CEO and founder of Edel House Wine, which is a German wine that's manufactured and bottled in Germany, imported into the U.S. And, this idea it was just an idea in 2011. And to now, I'm in 40 stores. And I just signed an agreement to get the product over in Nigeria.
Look at that.
I'm talking to a distributor in Atlanta about bringing it down there, and a distributor in New York as well to bring it up in New York. But,
Awesome.
without going into the whole story about how I got into the wine business, I just want to focus on anything that you have as an idea or a thought. You can do it.
Right.
Because I'm not a wine connoisseur. Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I was going to ask you, like, why wine?
Yeah, I didn't grow up on a vineyard or anything like that. It took me to take a trip to St. Moritz, Switzerland to get introduced to this type of wine. And I was like, wow, I want to create my own.
Right.
And
right.
now I am here today with you.
Look at that again.
Okay.
I'm so blessed. Look at that, y'all. I'm so blessed.
So for me to be where I'm at now in a short period of time that I've been doing this, I just been very blessed, to not have like the big money behind me or the big marketing team. I'm one of Steve Harvey's official sponsor for all his golf tournaments.
I know. That's what I want to know. Like, how did that come about? And that had to be an awfully amazing feeling for you.
It's all about who you know.
Right.
Connections.
I keep hearing that.
One of my good friends does Steve Harvey. She does Steve Harvey's wife hair.
Okay.
And, they had asked me, hey, would you like to be a part of his charity golf tournaments? And, when Steve Harvey them call, you can't say
Hey,
no.
you better not.
I mean,
You better not.
It was just
Let
a great
them call me. I'm going to drop, stop, and roll.
It was a great opportunity for me to just sit in a room with him. Mm-hmm. And, he's talking about, things that he's talking about as far as inspiring people and just having a great time. And, of course, my logo is right beside like Coca-Cola or Bentley, the other major sponsors. So I'm proud of that because as I look at all these major sponsors and, I'm still growing and I'm right there beside them, it's like a great feeling and motivating myself because I'm like, wow, if I can do this on my own without the big team behind me, just imagine what I can do.
Because I watch you and it's like you're elevating more and more and more. And I think that's awesome.
You have to, just like even with yourself, when I first met you, you were just doing, you was doing interviews outside, when we met. Now look at you, you're in the studio.
Oh,
thank you. So congratulations to you. So it's all
it's
about
not about
growth.
me. We talking about you and this
Well, it's all about all of us.
Yes, that's right. You're exactly
it's all
right.
About all of
You're
us.
exactly right.
But again, I appreciate you having me here, and the product is doing well. I thank God for that. Considering that this is a product no one ever tried before,
right?
And then when people start trying, I just getting comments like, "Oh my God, this is like the best red wine I ever had."
I have to tell you, it's a different taste.
Yes, because it's made with cinnamon, spices, and brandy. And traditionally, you heat the wine up like hot tea or hot coffee. But everybody in the U.S., like, I'm not doing it.
But let me tell you, my first bottle, I was drinking it cold, hot in the morning.
But you can do all that. Everybody loves it room temperature, but you can heat it up. You can make sangrias out of it.
Yes, and I made a sangria. I made a pitch of sangria with it also, yes.
And I had pastry chefs, they cook with it. They made poached pears with it. So it's so many different things you can utilize with this type of wine here.
Right.
And the great thing about it that it's in a fabulous white bottle.
I love the bottle.
You never need a corkscrew.
I love the bottle.
So all you want to be talking about, let me find a corkscrew.
Don't need it. You don't need it.
I got
Don't
you.
need it.
So we kind of like thought of everything.
I love it. Right.
Packaging is everything.
And that, and that's one thing that I love about the bottle because it's simple, but it still stands out. And that's what I love about the bottle.
Well, the bottle represents me.
Yes. Yes.
I'm kind of like dressed down today. Today was inventory day.
Anybody that knows Rodney Foster know that Rodney gonna put it on very quickly and very well.
I appreciate it, but I wanted the brand to represent me because I am my brand.
Right. Exactly.
When you think of Edelweiss wine, I want you to think of Rodney Foster as well.
Exactly.
So everything that associated with this is associated with me.
That's right.
So that's why, I tell people that I'm close with, sometimes you have to be, when you have a business, you have to be careful what you do.
Yes.
Because you can build a business for 10 years, whatever, but one thing can tear it down.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm very selective of who I partner with because I'm still trying to grow.
Exactly.
And I want to get to the level is where people know the brand, so let me get there first.
Exactly. That's right. So let me ask you this question. How hard, obviously, being a Black man in the DMV, how hard was it for you to just kind of knock down that wall when it comes to wine? Like, is it an industry that is hard to get into?
No, it wasn't hard to get into. My biggest hurdle is getting with distributors.
Okay.
That's my biggest hurdle because every state has a distributor. Now, if you like Ciroc or one of the larger beverage companies, you probably only be with one distributor who's like worldwide.
Oh, okay.
But when you're a smaller brand like myself, you have to get with smaller distributors till you grow.
Okay.
So sometimes the distributors, they're like, they don't want to bring on any new products at the time. Or, I just think, they just don't want to take a chance on a new product.
Right.
Until they get proven wrong. Because when I got
Mm-hmm.
my first distributor, it took me almost like a year to get with them.
Oh, really?
Then when they finally taste the product, they were like, "Oh my God, we want to work with you."
Yeah, it is. It's
So-
amazing. And I have to say, I'm not a big red wine drinker, but this is not your average red wine.
It's not.
It's really
not.
not. It's a very distinctive taste.
And I get that a lot. A lot of times people are like, well, I don't drink red wine. I'm like, well, why
Right.
do you don't drink red wine? Because it's bitter and dry.
Exactly.
I'm like, trust me, try this because this is not bitter
Yes.
or dry. It's a sweet wine, but it's
It
not
is.
sweet like a Moscato. It has
Exactly.
like a fruity sweet to it. And it's just a
Exactly.
very distinctive taste, as you said. It's really nothing like this on the market. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's doing well, because we're always looking for something new.
Right. Exactly.
And this product right now is like the newest thing out here.
Exactly. Wow. So I know that it's made in Germany.
Yes.
In Germany. So how are you able to be here while your product is being made all the way over there? Like, how do you manage that?
Well, you have to find a time to do it, because sometimes I'm up at 2, 3 in the morning, communicating with the venue, because they're 6 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
So in order for me to really get them, it's like I need to be up at 3, 4 in the morning sometime, communicating with them and just staying on top of them, along with, staying on top of the distributors here, making sure people have product. So it's you just have to find a time, but when you love what you love,
Exactly.
you will find that time. No
You'll
matter if
find-
you have to get up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, you will find that time to do what you have to do, because
Exactly.
you want your product to succeed.
Exactly. So I know that as far as your distributors, I know when you and I first met, you were in the process
Yes.
of trying to get, more distributors. But it looks like now you have a proven product.
Yes.
So do you find now that it's easier for you to get your wine in different? Because I'm seeing like you're popping up in, like, I think it was like organic.
Yeah, it's in
organic-
Yes Organic Market,
Yes Organic,
Mom's
exactly.
Organic Market. It's in Wegmans. Those are the
I think
larger
that's exactly.
chain stores, but it's in quite a few other like wine and spirit stores. I can't remember all of them, so please don't ask.
Oh,
me.
I'm not.
But I just, to me, like I said, the hardest part is getting with the distributors. And once you get with the distributor, you just can't say, here you go, and that's it. You still have to do your part as
Right,
well. You
right.
have to still get out there, promote it. You still have to get out there, do your tastings. And it's a lot of word of mouth. So I appreciate people who leave me great feedback on social media,
Yes.
or they email me, or they tell somebody else, and somebody else like, well, I gotta try it. Then when they try it, like, oh my God, I love it. Then they tell somebody else.
Exactly.
So a lot of it's word of mouth and social media, which
Exactly.
free advertising.
The white boy bottles, right? And that
But these guys I know, I never thought about it. These guys I know, they start drinking the wine, then they was hitting me up, hashtagging white bottle boys. So I
Yes,
just started
I love
running
it.
with it, So it's all good though.
I love it. I think that's an awesome thing. So I know that the last time you and I spoke, and even across your social media page, you have this beautiful crystal bottle. And I
Yes.
remember asking you about it the last time we met.
Yes.
Is that bottle available yet?
It's not available yet. We still in the process of producing the bottle.
Okay.
And the reason why we're still in the process, because we were trying to find a manufacturer
Okay.
closer to Germany that can produce the bottle, because the one that you've seen was produced in India.
Oh, okay.
So we were trying
okay.
to find a producer who can produce it closer to Germany. But if we can't find that, we just got to go with India.
Right.
And I had found someone here to do it, but it was just so much cost effective.
Exactly.
It wasn't cost effective to do it here versus doing it in India. I mean, she was charging me almost triple the price.
Right.
So it takes time to do stuff. I'm concentrating on my white wine that's coming out.
Yeah, because that
So
was
that'll
my
be out
next
around
question.
July.
Okay.
That's a sparkling organic white wine, because this is a red sweet wine.
Uh-huh.
So for the people who do not like sweet wines, we got to offer them something as well.
But I'm telling you guys, for all those, if you were like me, for all those that say you don't drink red, you will drink red wine after you drink this one right here. I'm trying to tell you all something. So growing up, did you ever think that this is something that you would be doing? Like, I'm sure this was the furthest thing.
This was not in the back of my mind, even crossed my mind. People that know me from back in the day, because I grew up not too far from here.
Right.
And people were like, wow, it's just amazing that I know you and you have your own product that's actually in stores, and all the things that you're doing with the product is amazing. But I never thought in a million years that I would have my own wine. I thought I probably would be doing something in real estate.
Right.
Or something like that, because that's what I used to do. But I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't feeling it anymore. So, and it just
and
wasn't
this
a
right here
passion.
is you.
Yes,
this
is
you.
more me. It's a lifestyle.
Yes,
it's a
lifestyle.
Like
I
anybody
like that.
that knows me, I like to live a certain lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's a conversation piece. Everybody basically drinks wine.
Yes. And I can tell you, it's definitely a conversation, even right down to the bottle. Like, once I finished mine, I still saved the bottle. Like, I didn't want to throw the bottle away.
Yes, you got to throw the bottle with this order now.
I don't want to throw the bottle away. I don't want to throw it away. So you have the organic white wine coming out soon.
Yes.
I know that you had spoken about, when you and I met before, you spoke about an energy drink.
Yes, that's the water and the energy drink is going to be around like late 2018.
Okay.
And the reason why is we pushing it back is we still trying to grow this product here, the red wine.
Okay.
And then when the white wine come out, we'll be trying to, produce, not trying to produce, but growing that as well. And we don't want to have too many things on the market and we just all over the place.
Okay.
So we're trying to just grow everything really one at a time,
Okay.
Because it takes money to do everything.
I know, Rodney, how do you stay so focused on just the different lines of this brand?
Well, for me, because I see the bigger picture, and anybody who's growing a business, you have to make sacrifices. I made a lot of sacrifices because I see the bigger picture.
Right.
I went from staying in the Ritz-Carlton to now I stay at the Ramada Inn.
Okay.
I went from, having my own Bentley to driving a Jeep Cherokee.
Okay.
So, you have to make sacrifices.
I
And
understand.
all that money, I need to put into my business.
Exactly. I understand. So what's next for you?
Another just bringing out the white wine and just make that successful, and just keep going and just have some great products out here.
Okay, so I know that, again, you guys make sure you please look him up.
Yes.
They can also go to your website and order a bottle as well.
Yes, which is www.edelhiss-wine.com.
All right, you guys hear that?
Yeah.
All right. So again, I want to thank you so much for coming on, for sharing this. Trust me, I'm going to drink all of this right now.
And thanks for having me. I appreciate
thank
it
you
again
for coming.
once again.
Yes, thank you. This has been a pleasure. So you guys, please make sure that you support my friend, Mr. Rodney Foster.
Thank you.
Support his amazing, tasty wine. He's been all over everywhere. So I promise you, you will not be disappointed. For all you, I don't like red wine, like I said, you haven't had this
cut that
one.
out.
That's right.
We love red wine.
That's right. Yes, we love red wine now. So again, thanks again. You are always welcome. You always have a platform here.
It.
As soon as that crystal bottle comes out, I would love to see it.
I'll make sure you get it.
Yes. Well, I won't ask you for a free bottle, but I at least want to look at it.
Thank you, because many people are asking for free stuff.
No free wine, you guys. Please go out, buy it, support him, and you will not be disappointed. It's definitely well worth your money. All right. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to take a very quick break. We're going to switch guests because, like I said, I want to get everyone on. But again, please make sure that you go to Rodney's website. Make sure you purchase the wine. Support.
Appreciate it.
You guys don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Okay, welcome back, you guys. I am sitting here with my second guest of the evening, Mr. Williams, Mr. Vernon Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, all right. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you joining me tonight as well.
I appreciate you having me. I've been wanting to come on the show.
Well, I'm so glad that you finally reached out. Look, because I was, I thought about asking you to be one of my guests, and I was like, oh, he too busy. He ain't gonna come either. But surprisingly, look at God.
Yeah, look at God. I
That's
mean,
right.
he works it out.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
I appreciate. So, introduce yourself to my guest.
Well, everybody, my name is Vernon Williams. I am the CEO and writer, director, producer, managing director of the Williams Entertainment Group. Vernon Williams Presents. Basically, I'm a playwright.
Playwright. So you write plays.
I write plays,
Oh.
I direct plays, I produce plays. I help other people who have stage plays, don't know what to do with them. I come in and help them put it together and direct and produce it and make it come to life for them.
Now, I know you have many accomplishments as far as your plays. You just did, what is it, Secret Lies and Scandals?
Secret Lies and Scandals, yep. Mhm.
Yes. Well, basically, what was that about?
Secret Lies and Scandals was about a couple of married couples. It was a couple of love triangles between one person. This one stripper was dating two married men, and then one of the wives ended up finding out that one of the married guys ended up messing with her cousin, who was a guy.
Okay.
And then she tried to kill herself behind it. So it was a drama, kind of comedy, but more drama.
Oh, okay.
And had some local talent in it. It was really good though.
Mm-hmm.
We sold out 2 shows at the Arc Theater.
Okay.
Did really well, and a lot of people was like, "Man, you should do that play again." I'm like, "Nah, that's done with. Time to move on to bigger,
Oh,
and
so
better things."
so once you do one play, you don't bring it back?
Mm-mm.
Oh, really?
I go
Why?
on to the next one.
Because I heard a lot of great things about Secret Lies and Scandals, so I
Yeah.
thought maybe you might bring it back.
No.
I didn't get a chance to go see it.
I'm the kind of person that once I'm done with that project, I go on to the next project. Because one thing I've learned, and my mentors, David E. Tauber and even Shelley Garrett, have been telling
awesome.
me that, when you're done with something, you're done with it. Let's go to the next thing.
Okay.
And when you go to the next thing, make the next thing bigger and better.
Okay.
So people will talk about your last one, but when they see your next one, they'll talk about your last one and your next one, and then they'll start talking about what you got coming.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
instead of saying, "Oh, I'm bringing back Secret Lies and Scandals," okay, I saw that already.
Oh, okay.
They better not come back and see it again. Now your ticket sales are hurting. But if you got something fresh and new coming out,
Exactly.
they'll come and see it.
So now tell me about you did a monologue called "I Want My Vagina Back."
Yeah. So
Please
yesterday,
tell me about that because so far I'm loving the title. I tell you that.
So we did a stage play in Baltimore this past weekend. We did 4 shows at the Baltimore Museum of Art called "I Want My Vagina Back."
Okay.
That derived from a book written by Dr. Pam Love Manning. She wrote a book that's for sale right now. I encourage all sisters to get the book. I encourage the brothers to read the book.
Okay.
The book is an empowerment tool for women to just talk about and teach them how to, discuss your past to make your present and your future better. And it's good for the brothers to read it because we can understand better why our women are the way they are. Why they get that attitude when I say something. What sparks me to say that? And she gets upset.
Well, I can tell you why it's men.
Well, see, there you go. And most of the problems that these women had that told these monologue stories, it was one woman had slept with her cousin. Her first love was her cousin. And she never told nobody. So it's making her have relationship problems in the future. One girl fell in love with a guy in college, and she went to a party. He got her drunk, and him and his buddy had a threesome on her while she was drunk. She didn't know it. So she can't deal with men now. She has men issues.
Right.
One female, because her mother drilled in her head, you can only don't date a married man. Don't date no single man because you got better benefits. So she can only date married men in her mind.
Well, you know what? And now see, It's amazing because those are actually real life issues that
Exactly.
women deal with. So
Exactly.
what makes you qualified to tell us how we gonna feel about something?
Well, I didn't tell you. She wrote the book. I just produced and directed the
You just
stage
brought it
play
to life.
to bring this
I
bring the
love it.
stories to life on stage. That's
I
it.
love
That's
it.
all I did.
Now you got this big play coming up next.
Yes, ma'am.
Stranger in My House.
Oh yes.
May 13th, you
Oh
guys.
yes. Oh yes. It
What's
is
the
lovely.
deal with this?
This one is a comedy. This is straight comedy. I'm
Okay.
telling you, if you got your tickets, you're gonna laugh from the time you get there to the time you leave. You're gonna laugh. I guarantee you. This stage play is about marriages. It's about how to maintain the I do's in damaged marriages. It's about how to, when your marriage gets rough, you can't just walk out. You got to stay and work on it. And
Are
I
you
go-
sure that's a comedy?
Oh yeah, it's a comedy. Yeah, you're gonna
I
laugh.
want to see it.
But you're gonna learn something while you're laughing.
Oh, okay.
So the
Okay.
story, the play is about a female named Sheila who has been married a long time, but she wants to be divorced now. I don't want to be married no more. I'm tired of this. I'm ready to go out and do my single thing.
Okay.
And her husband kind of lets her go ahead. He doesn't want to, but he let her go ahead. While she's out seeing her single thing, she's seeing other couples in their mess. Mm-hmm. And she's feeling like, you know what, my mess wasn't as bad
Right.
as y'all's mess. I need to go back home. So she goes back home and everything works out later. It's also a story of a pastor and a first lady who has problems, very bad problems, that she sees. And they end up working it out, but it's a struggle.
Uh-huh.
But it's a funny struggle. You got to laugh at some things sometimes to make it yourself
Look,
feel
you see
better.
me. I hear you, but I'm like,
and drink wine at the same time.
right. Yes.
So yeah. So this play is definitely good. This play stars Tracy Braxton.
I know, that's what I was gonna say.
Ann
You
Juan
have
Glover,
some heavy
Big
hitters
G,
in this, right?
Trey Chaney, Miss Twinkie, Anissa Twinkie Hargrove from the DC area. She plays the lead, Sheila, and a bunch of other local talent who are amazing all in their self without the celebrities.
Right.
The talent that I had by themselves is gonna kill the show.
So how hard was it for you to get the celebrities to say, "Hey, I want to do this"?
Not really hard at all. I would say it was trying to get in touch with them.
Okay.
But then my business partners, the Sugarwater Group, they have great relationships with Big G and Trey Chaney.
Okay.
And they talked to those guys about it. We told them about the script, told them how it went down, and they both was like, okay, cool, we on. And then with Tracy Braxton, her manager knows my PR person, Nikki Moore. And they were on the phone just talking. Nikki was telling him about the show. He was like, man, Tracy might want to get on that.
Okay.
So I had to tell him about the show, what it was all about. And next thing I know, I got a phone call saying Tracy want in. Tracy want to get in. I'm like, look at God. I mean,
Very good.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
and one thing my mentors always tell me is, it's fine to do a stage play with local talent. That's fine in your city.
Right.
But when you want to go outside your city, now you got to add some celebrity in there because that's what's going to
Exactly.
sell tickets.
Exactly.
And I'm a big proponent as well. Just like Rodney said before, I tell people all the time. I said it in my Facebook Live videos all the time. Don't ever give up on your dream. I don't care how old you are. I don't care about none of that. You keep pushing. You keep trying to make it happen because guess what? If you keep your passion won't let you sleep at night.
That's right.
If it's something
That's
you
right.
want to do and you say, everybody's telling me I shouldn't do it. I should leave it alone. No, it ain't gonna let you sleep till you go do it.
Right.
And I'm in a position now where it was a point where I was like, you know what, I ain't doing this no more. But it wouldn't let me sleep
Right.
until I had to do it. I started out as an actor from my grandmother when I was
Because
6
that's what I
years
was
old.
going to ask you. How did you get into this?
Oh, my grandmother. When I was 6 years old, I grew up in Sea Pleasant, Maryland. My
Okay.
grandmother kept me in talent shows, kept me on stage in little plays. She got me on Sesame Street on PBS when I was
really?
little. And I knew it was something about this
See, now you're
drama
going to make
thing.
me go back and Google
You
old
better go look at it. I'm trying to tell you. I was sitting in the
Yes.
circle with Big Bird. I'm trying to tell you. And it was something about that I knew I liked this drama. I liked acting. I liked this entertainment thing. But I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
When I got to high school at Crossland Senior High School, I took gym my first year. Then after that, I took drama club and other classes.
Okay.
And
So that's where your influences came from?
that's where they came
Yeah.
from.
Awesome.
And then it wasn't until I joined a church, Evangel Cathedral, in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, is when God said, this is the gift I have for you.
Wow.
And right then, so I acted in their stage plays, in their big Christmas productions, and it came to a point where I became the director of the big Christmas production. My cast was 260 people. We had, of course, we have the live animals, all that good stuff. I met all the big gospel artists, Tamala Mann, Marvin Sapp, BB Winans. I got to shake hands and schmooze with all those people.
Right.
Great relationships. And then there came a point to where God was telling me, okay, I gave you the platform. Now it's time for you to do your own thing. I got something for you.
Right.
But my mindset was, no, God, I'm directing this play at Evangel. This is the biggest thing on the East Coast.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
That was my crutch. And I wouldn't leave it until God took it from me and made me do what I'm doing now. So sometimes, like Steve Harvey's, I read his book, Jump. His book says sometimes it ain't all about jumping. Sometimes you get pushed.
Yep.
Into your
Exactly.
destiny.
I agree.
And you have to do it.
I agree.
So I'm out here doing it. I made sacrifices. I downsized from my home back to a smaller apartment.
We heard Mr. Foster's downsize. Now that was a big downsize. I don't know
you-
if I'd have gave up the Bentley
I was
now.
just saying, let me just drive the Bentley around the corner. Let me floss one time and fake.
I'd have tried to had to work it out.
Right. I'm trying to tell you right now.
But I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. So
I understand.
I'm enjoying it. I love it. God is opening doors for me that I couldn't open myself. And the Bible always says that your gifts will make room for you and put you in front of great men.
That's right. That's
and
right.
you know, I look at the people I'm starting to meet in different circles, and you know, I'm watching what I say. I'm watching what I post on social media. I watch who I hang around. I watch who's around me. You know, if you around me saying some wild stuff, I get out the picture of that.
Right.
I don't want to have nothing to do with that.
Right.
I keep positivity around me. If you're negative and all that, I don't want that around me.
Right.
But you know, my mentors always tell me, you know, watch who you associate yourself with, because you're trying to build your brand.
Right.
And my brand is my face.
Right.
So my brand is me. So I have to be careful about certain people. I have to be careful around certain people. I got to be mindful of what I say. If I'm having a bad day, I'm not going to post that on Facebook.
Right.
You don't need to know that. That ain't your business. What you need to know is buy this ticket.
Well, you know what, and I have to say, even with me, I'm learning that it's it's a work in progress. Because I have a tendency, I'm very emotional.
Yeah, me too.
So I have a tendency to wear my feelings on my sleeve,
Yeah,
and
we all
it's
do.
like. So people will look at me and they're like, okay, what's wrong? I can tell you're not saying anything, but I know something is wrong. And then there it go.
Yeah.
It all
It
comes
comes
out.
out. That's right. It does. It comes out. But you know, people feed off of that.
I know.
They feed off of that.
I know.
And I used to be that person that I was posting everything on Facebook. Every little thing I was putting out there.
Right.
And now people say, man, you don't post as much. Yeah, I do. I post positivity. I post encouragement.
Right,
I post
right.
inspiration, and I post what shows I have coming. I post I'm going out of town to see for a meeting. That's what I post now. Informative things about my business and my brand.
Exactly.
You don't need to know my business personal,
Right.
but you need to know my business professional,
Exactly.
so I can entertain you. So that's all you need to know.
So where does your creativity come from? I mean, you have so many projects, but where does the creativity come from?
It comes from life. My stage plays are about real life things. I watch people all the time. If I'm in Target, I'm watching folks in Target. If I'm in a restaurant, I'm watching how you're eating that food. I'm watching what you're saying, how you're talking. I watch people walk and talk. I watch people have arguments. I watch the drunk guy on the corner. But you know what that is? I'm building characters and I'm putting them on paper.
Oh, okay.
So my inspiration comes from real life. I want my stage plays to be about real life things so that people can relate to them. Exactly. So when they come and see my show, they'll say, "Man, that was me at one time." You know, but I saw how that got. I could get out too.
Right.
Inspiration.
Right.
So
right.
that's I always try to be inspirational about certain things, and about real life, because real life on stage you can relate to. You can find your way out from it as well.
Right. So when did you first know that you could write?
2003.
And how did you discover that?
I wrote a stage play called "But God,"
Okay.
and it was a comedy.
I think I read that.
It was a
somewhere,
comedy, and it wasn't even that long. And that was the first time I did it. I was like, wow, I kind of like this part of it.
too. Right.
You know, I've always been an actor, you know, going to auditions and all this stuff. And to write that and be behind the scene calling the show, it was like, wait a minute. I like
Right.
this a little more.
Right.
You know, so now don't get me wrong. I still can act now.
Okay.
Oh, yes, indeed.
All right.
I can still put it on. Hey, Mitch, tell her, Mitch. I still got it.
Mitch, don't you say a word.
I still got it. So yeah, that's when I realized I love writing. Was in 2003, and you know I'm still writing now, even though There's a Stranger in My House is happening right now, and we're doing it here in Bowie, Maryland. We're going to Baltimore, Maryland. We're going to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
We got phone calls in right now to Charlotte, to Richmond, and we're trying to get Tracy Braxton to help us to get it to Atlanta. So we're trying to make some moves.
That's awesome.
And while this is happening, I'm already writing my next one for the start for March 2018.
Oh, okay.
Confessions of a Side Chick.
I saw that because that was honestly that's like literally right. Yes.
That one is going to be the one.
Oh, y'all.
Watch what I tell you.
You'll probably have so many people auditioning.
Oh, already. People, you know how I got the story? I was in Target and I heard these two ladies talking about one of the girls was a side chick. And the other girl was like, well, girl, you don't get tired of that? She was like, no, he paying bills. Girl, I got a credit card. I'm good. He paying the rent. He paying my car note, and I got a credit card. What about his wife and his kids? What about them? I don't care about them. And I'm listening like,
Right,
what?
like unbelievable.
So I said, excuse me, what? You don't care? She was like, no, why do I need to care? I said, but don't you care that one day it's going to come back? Mm-hmm. You don't, it's going to come back.
Because that's one thing. I definitely believe in karma.
It's going to come
I
back.
definitely believe in karma.
So I put a status on Facebook about a year in 2015, and I said, listen, if you have been a side chick, you know a side chick, you used to be, or you are one right now, I want to know your story if you feel like telling it.
Right, right,
I got 119 stories emailed to me
right,
that took me about 2 weeks to read.
right.
And I got all those stories right here, and I formulated them all, and I got this story that I'm putting out.
Because I definitely believe, and I know a lot of women will not admit it, but at some form, shape, or fashion, you have been it.
You have been.
Knowingly and unknowingly.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so when you found out, what did you do? Did you say, "Hey, well, I'm already in it. He already taking care of me"? I mean, a lot of women have felt that way.
And they stay
even
in it.
if you did not know
Yeah.
and you found out, it's like, okay, well, I'm already in it. He
Yeah.
taking care of all of this. Why should I stop now?
Why should I stop now? I'm gonna keep doing it.
Right.
And then if he leaves, guess what you'll do? You'll go get another married man, because that's just what you what
Right.
you know how to do.
Wow.
So but yeah, that's my next story that's coming out, and it's going to be excellent. We're going to be having auditions around about September for that. So I already know it's going to be a line around the corner for that one.
Well, let me tell you, don't y'all bombard his door. Nah, well, that's just a given. Usually I try to audition myself. Like, this is usually the auditioning process.
Oh, yeah.
But
Right.
so are you doing any acting in Stranger in My House, or you just
No. I'm just
No
calling the
acting?
show. Direct,
Okay.
and that's it. No acting for me for this one.
do you do any acting in your own plays?
No, I don't actually. And everybody's telling me, you should do a little bit.
Right.
I may do something in Confessions.
Okay.
I may do something in that one just to bring it back again.
Exactly.
But I just like being behind the scenes now.
Oh,
I love
okay.
being behind the scenes now.
Okay, so that's more where you're more comfortable
Yeah.
at this point behind the scenes.
I'm loving it right now. I like getting the other talent to do it, and they knock it out. So I'm good behind the scenes.
So what's your selection process when you are selecting actors and actresses to star in your plays?
My selection process, once I get the characters in my mind, I know what look I want, I know what sound I want, I know what attitude I want. When I'm auditioning, somebody could walk in that door, and I know right then, that's her right there. But let me see if she got some acting up.
Right.
Because this is the
So
thing.
they have to have some type of
Yes, for me you do.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Well,
You
that
could be
leaves
the
me
prettiest, nicest body, all of that. But you can't act.
Well,
And
I
a lot
can
of
read
people-
well.
A lot of folks got good scripts, but they got a bunch of pretty girls and pretty boys on the scene that can't
Okay.
act. Now you done messed your script up.
Okay.
And that's the mistake a lot of people make. Me, I love to cast great talent with a great look as well.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So my process is knowing that this person will fit well with this part. And you can ask people that have come to my rehearsals now, they'll tell you, everybody fits their character perfectly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's what I love. That it's all about realism and actualism. When you're in the audience watching this play, this production, you want things to look so real to you that you think this person is really that character for real.
Okay.
I don't believe in acting. It's not acting. It's truth.
Right.
It's you being you on stage. You're not trying to portray a character. You are the character.
Right.
So
right,
that's what I try
right.
to tell and coach my actors all the time, that you're not acting. You are the character. You are Sheila. You
Wow.
are Nate. You are Michael. Let's be those characters. Let's grow into those characters. This rehearsal isn't learning script. This rehearsal is you honing and becoming this person.
Exactly.
And you be this person for real on stage. So that's it.
So, any movies in the works?
No, I am. I like what Rodney said about he's doing his red wine now, and he's building this, and he's going to do the white wine and build that, and after that, I'll bring out the waters and all.
Right. Right.
Don't be all over the place.
See, you know what, and it's funny because I like that. Like, I even with my magazine, I started with, the online magazine, and I don't want to be all over the place. Like, I want to focus right here and just build from that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I definitely understand that.
Tyler Perry did a video that he posted on Facebook. It was about a 9-minute video. One of the things he said in the video, and he also said it in a class I took that he had, he talks about if you're going to be a playwright, be a playwright. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do film, do film.
Right.
If you go on television, do television. But don't be all over the place.
Right.
Don't be
right.
doing stage plays when you're doing a movie next week, but you're doing a TV show next month.
Right.
Focus on one thing and get that one thing
Exactly.
down to a T.
Exactly.
Then you graduate to the next thing.
Right.
So for me, people coming to me now, man, I got a script, man, I want you to make it a movie. I don't do movies.
Right.
I can refer you to a couple of buddies of mine that do them, like Mitch or Randall or somebody like that.
Right.
I don't do movies, though. I do theater, and that's what I do.
So what's the difference in doing theater and doing, like, I guess the proper terms, I don't know, films?
Film.
Yeah.
Theater, to me, and people may argue with me about this, but theater is the background of acting. It's the background. I mean, the backbone of it. The backbone of it. All good actors in movies and television, all the great ones, got theater background.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So theater, you have to know your lines. You have to know your script and your blocking, because there is no take two.
Oh, okay.
That's the take.
Exactly.
There's no messing up.
Exactly.
So you have to have seasoned actors and actresses
Doing
learning the
theater.
script. Whereas film, your blocking is this way, this way, this way. We're going to shoot it again after this. We're going to shoot it after that.
Right.
Theater, there is no shoot it again. That's it. One hit or quitter. One take. That's all you got.
Now let me ask you this before we end this. Who says this? Don't wait, create.
Dave Talbert.
And where'd you get that? I mean, like, what's the meaning behind that?
That means, that's something he taught us when I went to LA when he first came my mentor. He talks about don't wait, create. Meaning if you have a thought, if you have an idea, if you have something in your mind, don't put it off. Write it down and get it done.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
It's there right now. Because the human brain, we get sidetracked over here with this. And I
Right.
forgot about that already.
Right.
Don't wait.
Exactly.
Create that thing. Let's make it happen.
Exactly.
And I preach that to people all the time. What you waiting for?
Right.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready. You ain't going to never be ready.
Exactly.
Just
I
go
agree.
do it.
I agree.
So
agree.
I pump that in myself. I pump that to other people. If you got something, just go do it. Rodney had an idea for a while. He didn't know he was going to do this.
Right.
But when the idea hit him, he just did it.
Right.
And look where he at now.
Yep.
What? Come on, man. That's what we
I
got to
agree.
do. We got to stop waiting
agree.
around. We got to make it happen.
So now let's plug this play.
Yes, ma'am. So for tickets for the production, there's a Strain in My House starring Tracy Braxton, Big G, and Trey Chaney. You go to my website, VernonWilliamsPresents.com, or you go to Eventbrite.com and get your tickets. I'll be out and about all week long. Inbox me on Facebook to get tickets if you need to. But if you go to my website or go to Eventbrite.com or VernonWilliamsPresents.com, you can get your tickets today. Tickets are still on sale. I'm also going to be doing little trivia every day on Facebook. If the first person answer the question right, you win 2 free tickets.
Oh, all right.
So we're
I
going to be doing
might
this
be
all
on
week
that one.
long. All week long, we're going to be doing this. You can win your tickets to the show. I don't want anybody to miss this show. I'm telling you right now, it's a comedy. You're going to laugh. You're going to have a good time. It's going to be a great experience for you to come out in a great, not just a stage play, but an event. So come on out, have a good time. Mother's Day weekend, May 13th, at the Bowie Center for Performing Arts at 3 p.m. Don't miss it. Don't be late. Come get your laugh on.
All right. Y'all heard them now. I had 2 great guys up here. Y'all better support.
I'm going to drink some more wine when we come over here, too. I'm I'm telling you, this red wine is good. I don't know what y'all.
Excellent. So again, I want to thank my guests for joining me tonight. This has definitely been a pleasure, you guys. I am so grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I thank my audience for tuning in tonight. You guys have been amazing. I hope that you will join me again next Monday. Next Monday, we will be, our show will be He Say, She Say. So it will be a very special guest, sex, love, and relationships we will be talking about. So that should be a lot of fun. I might learn a few things myself.
All right.
But you guys make sure you tune in next Monday, same time, same station. You guys have an amazing week. Thank you.
Thank you.